Hello and welcome again. Today in this line of learning about Linux, we are going to check into the common commands that you'll be using in Linux. And one thing is that your Linux box is already equipped with a terminal or shell or command prompt, as it is known to users in Windows. And I hope that you can find it wherever it is. And terminal is a powerful tool for you to manage Linux boxes, to deploy application, to do different things. Actually, you can do a lot of things from terminal. And terminal makes servers to be lightweight because you are not required to have the GUI, that is a graphical user interface, which is quite heavy. For instance, Mate, Genome, and the rest. And it is very important for you as a normal user, as a system administrator, or whoever you are, to know the common command that you need to use in your Linux box. And here you can see this is my terminal or shell, and let me see which one I'm using. You can see that I'm using bash. Okay, so from here you can do many commands. For instance, for you to list the content of the current directory, you use ls. Okay, ls, that is for listing, and we can enter and see. You can see I've listed the content of my current location. Okay, that is ls. To know where I am in my machine, that is the location, we use pwd, that is print working directory, and you can see it tells me that I am in the location home admin. Okay, are we together? And another very common command is cd, which stands for change directory. Okay, and it takes an argument, so you can change directory maybe to download. Okay, we are moving to download folder. Okay, and always you can type DOW and click tab. You can double click on tab to see if you have several some requests. You can see that I'm trying to press on tab, and I have no suggestions, so I can go directly to home admin. Okay, I want to change my directory. You see, when I double tab, it gives me a lot of it's asking me if I want to display all the suggestions that it has, because these are 226. I don't want to do that, so let me try to go to downloads. So you can see that now I can change my directory to downloads. And to change to home, you just do cd, and then you can find disable in your machine. That will take you to your home directory. Okay, let me see. I can see where it has taken. You can see that it has taken us back to our home page for user admin. So far so good. And another common command is we can start by creating a file. We can use a command called tash to create a file without writing anything into it. Okay, tash, we can say tash, then the file name. For this, you can say file dot log. I just want my file to have that, and so that has created an empty file called file.log. Now maybe you want to write some text into that file or some information into that file. There are so many ways of doing that. And here comes a very important tool that is called VI, and also Vim, and another tool called Nano. It's all about your preference. You can use those ones to write to this file, and you can also direct the output of a program to this file. In Linux, the way you do your redirection, you just use to greater than, like that. For instance, let me first describe the command echo. For those who are in PHP, they know the echo command. So this one just output whatever you give it. For instance, we can say echo hello world. Okay, you can see that it prints hello world. Now we can redirect this output. Instead of directing it to our standard output, okay, our standard output now for now is the terminal that we have opened. We can redirect this output to our file. Okay, so you use the two greater than, like that, then file dot log. Let's see what happens. You can see that we have not seen anything being printed. The content has been written into our file instead of it being printed into our output device, and we can verify that by using another command called less. Okay, less is used for displaying content. Okay, so we can display the content of our file .log. You can see it has this content, hello world. Okay, to exit from less command, just do Ctrl+C. Okay, just do Ctrl+C, then do Shift :, and then Q for quit. You can see that we have gone back to our previous location. I hope that so far we are together. I know I've shown you several commands. Actually, I'm not memorizing them, but I hope that they are helping you. Okay, now let's say that you want to empty your file. Maybe you have a very huge log file, and you don't want to delete it because maybe it is alive being used by a certain program. So how do you clear all the content of that file without deleting it? Do your guesswork. You just do a single redirect like that, then the file name. Let's see. So that redirects, that actually tells Linux to to remove everything in that file, to write nothing into that file. That is, it will replace everything in that file. And we can verify that by using the same less command. You can see that our file is now empty. Okay, and our file still exists. Okay, so you can always, in Linux box, you can always clear the content of log files without deleting them. Okay, yeah. So we have that. I want to show you another very important command that you can use to view the logs from your systems. That is, logs that are alive or active. Okay, let me just add another tab for that. So what we are going to do, we are going to use another command called tail. Okay, tail, what it does, it read the last that is the latest part of your file. It does not display the whole content of your file. It is just display the last part of your file. That's why it is tail, like that tail for a cow. Okay, yeah. And if you wanted to continue learning without exiting after displaying those last part of your file, you can use a flag F. Okay, so you can write tail flag F. Okay, to put a flag you just do hyphen, then the key. Here the key is F. So our file was called, we called our file.log. Okay, file.log. You can see that tail its activity has not exceeded, but it is not displaying anything because our file is empty. Okay, so let's go back to our file and try to write content using echo. Okay, let's go back here and see. You can see that it is displaying what has been written into our file. Okay, so let's try to write another new content. I am a system administrator. Let's see. You can see it continue displaying live data as is being saved or written into our file. Okay, so using this tail with flag F, you can view the live data being displayed from your program that is writing to a file. Okay, we can still try something else. Okay, just some. Okay, you can see the data is being displayed. Okay, and if we use our less command, we can see that all our data has been written into the file. Okay, fine. So we can actually clear our file like that. Let's see what happens until you can see it is saying file truncated, meaning that the content has been deleted. Now we want to remove our file. Okay, we want to remove our file or to delete our file. So to delete, we use RM, which stands for remove. Okay, we can say remove file dot log. Yeah, and we can verify that it doesn't exceed by trying to do less and trying to tab. We can see that our file does no longer exist. Okay, I hope you are together so far. Maybe before I finish up this video, there's also another very important command which is used for creating new folders in Linux. That's creating new folders in Linux. So to create new folders, you use mkdir. Okay, that is make directory. We can create a directory called test. That is command, then the directory name. Okay, let's see. We can try to enter into that directory to see whether it exists. You can see that directory exists. Actually, we are in that directory. If we do pwd, we can see that our current directory is test, the directory that we just created. Are we together? And I just want to give you another example. Let's say that you have a directory and it has content, and you want to delete the directory and its content. Okay, let's try doing remove test. You see that this fails. It tells you that remove cannot remove test, no such file or directory. Okay, we can actually go one step back by doing cd then 2 that goes one step. Okay, we can try and do remove test. You can see that Linux report that it cannot remove that because it's a directory. Are you together? So we have several commands. Actually, you can do that. See other command. You can see we have a command called remove directory. Okay, we can do remove directory, then directory name. You can see that works. Okay, but you can still use the remove command to remove a directory, but this is not a secure way. I do not advise you to do this, okay? Especially if you are logged in into your Linux box, or in however you are logged in your machine as a root user or a user with more privileges. I don't advise you to do this, because what it does, it deletes recursively, that is repeatedly. That means you know that Linux has Linux platform regards everything as a file, okay? Even the programs, all of them are regarded as files, okay? So in case you use that command and you give it, let's say /root, that is going to delete your operating system files, and your Linux box will become unbootable. You will not be able to boot it anymore. You have destroyed your Linux box. So, but you can use it in case you know what you are doing. So let's create again that directory. So you can do remove, you put flag R for recursive, okay? That deletes the directory and all its content, okay? Yeah, you can see that now it works. Let's try doing something else with remove directory. Let's create the directory again, and let's create a new file in our directory. Log. Okay, we have created. Let's try removing the directory using the remove directory. You can see that the remove directory command does not work if your directory is, or if your folder is not empty. It will only work if your folder is empty, okay? This where the removing recursively command becomes very important for you as a Linux system administrator or a Linux box user, okay? Let's try using the same command to remove the test directory recursively. Let's see what happens. That works, okay? So in this case, if your directory has some content, you can use the recursive way, but as I have said, take caution as use that command so that you do not destroy your Linux box. So for today, I just want to stop there. I hope you have learned something on Linux system administration, and I wish you all the best. The best way to learn is to test these commands, and as I close, you can always read the help file for different Linux program by using the man command, that is manual. For instance, you want to know more about remove, you can type manual for remove, that is man LM. You can see that will display the manual for remove command, and you can read what it does, the options available, and all that, okay? So that is it for today. I wish you all the best and enjoy yourself till we meet in the next.